In the Supreme Court case of the 2022 election by various people, I wanted to make a few comments on it. Somebody called Moses Kuria, he acts and behaves as if he's mentally unwell. But behind that pretense, there is a very clever mind there. In his case, he has said that there was cases where people associated with Raila Odinga caused chaos at Bomas. Now this is clear from the video, and I'm sure the Supreme Court will have noticed that up to the time of filing the case, those people had not yet been arrested by the DCI. If Ruto's team can take that chance, there are cases where CID has been politicized. For example, arresting the Venezuelans. No action was taken against them. They were just arrested and chased away. 2, there are those people who, before clear of cameras, there is this Raila's chief agent. He was walking on top of the table. There was even a certain strong-built man who took the podium, the IEBC podium, threw it down. And as per the time of filling in the case of the Supreme Court, none had been arrested. It shows that the DCI, the DCI is like a camera. You see, a camera only shows the true picture when it is pointed on one direction. The opposite direction, whatever is happening, the camera cannot take that. So Moses Kuria's case may remind us of the second Raila Supreme Court appeal of 2017. Raila, in the case of 2017, had said that in some regions, his stronghold regions, there were no count of election in the repeat election. He said that the Constitution says that elections are held in 290 constituencies. Today it is 291 because of the diaspora and the prison. But the Constitution talks of the 290. So the 290, he talked of a few constituencies which they don't return anything. And the Supreme Court said that you cannot benefit from what you spoiled. So it is possible, and if Ruto's team can have that idea, to claim that the chaos in Bomas was caused by Raila's people, and they cannot turn around and claim to be victims. There is also something, the Raila team has mounted 15 complaints, 15 things which will be not Raila's only, but all those people who went there. Experts have said that it is 15 points that will be covered. Yet, as at the time of recording this, I had reached around 8. So I can't talk about the 15 because at the time of recording, I was still compiling the 15 to see the merits and demerits of each and every one. But the few that I've gathered, there is a contradiction in Raila's appeal. He says that his own tallying had found that Ruto got 49.9% and Raila got 48.3%. For the first time in his life, Raila has accepted to have come second. I usually believe that up to the time he'll die, he'll never accept to have failed. But this time he said Ruto got 49.9 and he himself got 48.3. And so he says, on one hand, he says that with that tallying, the Supreme Court should declare him the president. I don't know what that is. Because on one side he's saying that nobody got over 50%. And then he's telling the same Supreme Court to declare him the president. And again, he's telling the same Supreme Court to say that, to order for a fresh election. Why the three contradictions? A, declare Raila the president, meaning that Raila got over 50%. At the same time, he's saying, call a fresh election. At the same time, he's saying, Ruto got 49.9 and Raila got 48. Those are contradictions. When you give a case, apart from cases where you bring an alternative charge, and an alternative charge is brought where you feel that you want to charge somebody with a high offense, but if there is some doubts, then the court can convict the person on a lower charge. But this is not an alternative charge. These are three different cases. They have not produced even a single Form 34A, which they are saying that this is the actual Form 34A and this is the cloned Form 34A. They are talking of the Maina Kiai case. And Maina Kiai case, they said, among other things, that election so declared at the polling station is the final one. Now, they have not even shown a place where the tallying at Bomas is different from the tallying in the 34A, the polling station. The Constitution says that elections will be held in 290 constituencies. They have not shown even a single case where the Form 34B, as announced at the polling station, as the constituency, is different from the one which has been uploaded in Bomas. They are saying that Chebukati declared elections without having declared for about 7 or so constituencies. But the declaration, the verbal, supposing the 7 were found and tallied and then keyed into the computer when the Raila's agents were there. So this thing about announcing, picking the paper and then announcing to the country. And then you can see the announcing that Cherera was reading was not even adding up and whatever. It was not even making sense. So what is important is certifying that what is written in the Form 34A, is it the same as the one in 34B and 34C, ABC? If it is the same, then what is the hassle? Lastly, they are pushing for Chebukati to be declared unfit for the seat, and he should not do the rerun should it be there. This is where Raila now has come out in his true colors. Raila is figure 7. 1997, he used a tactic where he was given, when he had this KANU NDP cooperation. In 2007, there was nusu mkate. 2017, there was handshake. And of course, 2027, he'll be too old. So he has brought it, whatever he was to do in 2027, he has brought it forward. This is Raila's trick to, he knows that Ruto is not the type who would bow down. So he's trying to use the delaying tactic so that the law says that within 21 days, and this thing about bringing so many evidence, you see, pinpoint a few things. Say these are the things I have. Because on 5th September, if the Supreme Court has not made up its decision, the Ruto will go. I mean, will be sworn in. So they should bring a few points and then convince the court quickly before that day. But then, this is the trick that Raila is using now. I don't know whether he knows or he has been advised. The Supreme Court is there to determine the presidential election. If you want to remove a commissioner of the IBC, it is there clearly. You start a commission on the suitability of that commissioner, and that one will decide if he or she is suitable for removal. Then he or she can be removed. But Raila is not seeing that. Raw power is his intention. His intention here is, if the commission, because he doesn't want to have a second runoff or whatever with the same commissioners. So he wants a new set of commissioners. And by the time this new set of commissioners are ready and a new election is held, that is 4 to 5 months to go. And for that, Raila would have gotten what we call a government of national unity. A government of national unity is similar to the cooperation in 1997. It is similar to nusu mkate, and it is similar to handshake. If you want a proportional government, because we have a winner takes it all, if you want a proportional government, let us start afresh. Let us go to another referendum. We have a proportional government like the South African one, but not this thing of using every election as a means to use a backdoor to enter the government.